So today I'm going to do a reading for the Twinflame Collective. I'm tapping into all of the twin flames that are out there, celebrity or otherwise. I wanted to do a reading on the Twinflame Collective because right now Selena and Justin are in all over the news. There's just a lot of buzz around them, so I figured why not tap into the twin flame energy. So first, before we get started, I want to say thank you. I appreciate all of the new subscribes. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting. And let's go and raise vibrations. Okay, what this does is clear the energy. I want to say two things. My throat started to act up a little bit, so these twins, there's some twins out there that need to have a conversation. There's some twins out there who want to talk to each other. I'm sure Justin wants to tell Selena a lot of things, and there's some twins out there who need to have some conversations because that throat chakra was acting up. A lot of twins are also coming into their power. I felt my solar plexus kind of throbbing a little bit, and that's your power. That's being able to stand in your power. Twin flames are royalty. They're spiritual royalty. They've had hundreds, if not thousands, of lifetimes together. Twin flames are light workers. They're part of the chosen ones. They're here to lift vibrations, to shine light, to show the collective that unconditional love is very possible. Healthy love is very possible. It is very possible to be married and to be happy and healthy. So let's go ahead and dive into this reading. I don't ever cut the deck for twin flames. I just don't. The energies are all over the place. I can tell right now. Sporadic. When I was trying to shuffle earlier, they just wouldn't shuffle, and I kept hearing stuck. So the energies are sporadic. And I kept hearing stuck, and I just could not shuffle to save my life. And I was trying to shuffle. Camera, there we go. Alright, so Spirit, for the Twin Flame Collective, what do we have, Spirit? For the Twin Flame Collective, my solar plexus chakra is just talking. Right now I'm burning frankincense. I always clear the cards, I always clear the space. And I ask the divine, I ask my spirit guides, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is actually in charge of twin flames coming back together. So if you are in a place where you feel like you're hopeless, you want to give up, ask Archangel Michael to help you. Also, if you are a twin and you're on the twin flame journey, you'll know whether you are or not. I suggest only watching tarot card readings from other twins. There are a lot of people out here who are in a narcissistic relationship, or they're narcissists, and they're telling twins that it's not possible to come back together. It's not possible to be with your twin and be happy, or it's not possible to have a healthy relationship. I came across a lady recently who, she's a psychiatrist, and I respected her until I came across the twin flame video that she did, and she basically said, you're not important enough to be a chosen one, you're not important enough to be a twin, it'll never happen for you. And I had to go ahead and unsubscribe and just be done with it. 100% of her content is on narcissists, narcissistic relationships, and how to navigate that. And it seems to me, from what I gather, she's been in a relationship and been hurt by someone who is a narcissist. So it just seems like she was coming from a place of being very unhealed. Still, she was coming from a place of anger when she was telling the Twin Flame Collective, you're not special enough to be a twin, so just forget about it and don't even try. That, to me, just doesn't make any sense. Twin flames are very real. It is a very real thing. You are divine royalty. God loved you so much, he made two. Stay steadfast. Keep trying. Stay healthy. Do your yoga, work out, meditate, pray, talk to God. Educate yourself on the twin flame journey. It's very real. I know many twin flames personally who are married to their twin flame, and they do the work every day, and it's healthy, it's happy, it's balanced, it's real. So, that being said, let's get into it. Alright, Archangel Michael, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, I ask that you look over me as I perform this act of divination. I ask that you protect myself and those who are watching this video. It is done, and so it shall be. Alright, Spirit Guides, again, I don't cut the deck for twins just because I just don't. So my first pile will be the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine, and then their collected energy. We're going to do 3 piles. I also take pop-ups. I do not choose my cards. I don't take reversals unless they absolutely scream at me. Whew. Power. Some of these twins are coming into their power. I can feel my power center just... Yep. Okay. The Spirit for the Divine Feminine. For the collective Spirit. The Divine Feminine. I have 737 on the clock. A lot of twins are mirroring each other. A lot of twins are in that mirroring energy. A lot of twins are in that mirroring energy right now. The feminine is really finding herself right now. She is really, really finding herself right now. Wow. She's finding her power, her divine sexuality. She's growing. She's coming into her own. You know what? I'm actually going to take that the way it came out. I am. Anytime I think twice about it. Spirit, any more cards? More cards. The Divine Feminine. Any more messages? The Divine Feminine. I heard growth factor. Growing. There's so many Divine Feminines out there who are growing. A lot of people don't know this. The Divine Feminine is in charge of the healing process. What happens is the Divine Feminine heals, whether it's the heart, whether it's the throat chakra, abandonment issues, whatever. And then you share your energy with your Divine Masculine, which helps heal him. A lot of people don't know that. Ooh, girl. Wow. Okay. Damn, the Divine Feminine is doing it. Doing the damn thing. Doing the damn thing. Happiness. Happiness and gratitude. I'm going to take this bottom card because it just makes sense. Alright. Let's do the Divine Masculine Spirit for the collective. Stoic. So I'm clear audience, which means I get message. Clear audience, which means as I'm reading, I hear messages. I feel the energy, and then the cards speak to me as well. So it's a matter of 3 different things happening at once. It's a good time. Sorry. Divine Masculine, please, Spirit. Divine Masculine, please. So they're both. The Divine Masculine are also working on their power centers right now. Definitely working on their power centers. Okay. Yep. Working on their finances too. The Divine Masculine is working on their finances. A lot of twins are leaving karmic relationships right now. Any other messages for the Divine Masculine? That throat chakra. Woo. Throat chakra. Some of those throats out there need to be healed. Shout out to Rafiki. Rafiki is lit. Rafiki is intuitive. Rafiki is connected to spirit. Rafiki is wise. Rafiki is lived lived many, many lifetimes. Rafiki is the shit. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the collective energy. I guess the divine masculine doesn't have as much to say. Let's do the divine masculine and feminine's collective energy, spirit, please. Okay. These cards popped out earlier, so it makes perfect sense. A lot of the cards I'm reading now came out earlier, so. Rushing. I heard rushing. Slow it down. Twins, slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Collective energy. Slow it on down. You need to work on addictions as well. Whether that's addictions to coffee, addictions to alcohol, addictions to partying, addictions to food. What is happening? Okay, that's a great card. I'll take them. Okay, because this spoke to me. So, Divine Feminines, I'm going to say this. Kudos to you. The Divine Feminines are rocking it out there. The Divine Feminines, and Selena Gomez keeps coming on up. You guys are doing the damn thing. I'm going to take 2 cards at a time. The Divine Feminines are doing the damn thing. The Divine Feminines are coming into their power. The Divine Feminine is finding herself right now. If she's not finding herself, she has already found herself. She is marching to the beat of her own drum. She's passionate. She's sexy. She's on fire. She's happy. She's doing the self-work. The collective Divine Feminines are rocking it. They're fucking killing it right now. They're doing the work. And the thing is, the Divine Feminines lead the healing process. So a lot of times, most of the time, the Divine Masculine will heal when the Divine Feminine has already healed. So my Divine Masculine was woke. He's 4 years older than me. He was way woke before I even was born. He was woke when I met him. I was at the beginning of my spiritual journey, just started having spiritual awakenings. He'd already been there. But our healing journey didn't happen until 8 years later when I started loving myself. That's when the healing process started to take place, and that's when our progress took off. So a lot of Divine Feminines out there, she's passionate. I mean, sun worshipping in the sun. Her energy is just, she's lit, she's happy. She's on fire right now. She's coming into her own. She's marching to the beat of her own drum. She's probably doing yoga retreats. She's hanging out with other Divine Feminines. She is living it up. Beautiful work, Divine Feminines. Beautiful, beautiful work. All these bright colors. This is power. So your solar plexus chakra is red. She's coming into her power. All this red, this yellow here. Beautiful, beautiful work. She's grounded. She's grounded for sure. All right. Next we have, she's not running anymore. The Divine Feminine is no longer running. Judgment. The Divine Feminine is, so throughout the twin flame journey, a lot of the times, twins tend to try to control. They try to hold on to control, and they try to control everything. They try to control the journey. They try to control their twin. They try to control everything. When you hit judgment, you're releasing control, and you're letting go, and you're letting God. The Divine Feminine is finding herself, and she is releasing. And that is such a major, major, major part of the twin flame journey, is once you can let go and let God, it all comes back. The longer you hold on to the anxiety, the what if, the depression, and you're not focused on the healing, meaning meditation, if you have issues with abandonment, if you have issues with spending, if you have issues with negativity and talking down to yourself and beating yourself up, that's when it stalls the twin flame journey. But once you give it all to God and decide, okay, no matter the outcome, I'm going to work on myself and focus on myself. Once you put the blinders on and decide to start working on yourself and looking in the mirror and not focusing on your twin, that's when it starts, the journey really starts, and that's when you see progress. And a lot of the times, people don't know this. Part of the progress is no progress. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people will be on their twin flame journey and they don't hear from their twin for 6 months, 6 years, 12 years, or they saw progress and forward movement, and then it all stopped. When there is no movement, God is testing your patience. God is testing your faith. Even when there's no movement, God wants to see. When you're not getting what you want, when your twin flame runs again, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to chase, or are you going to go inward? When your twin runs, there's more work to be done inside. You and your twin are a reflection of each other. The more, and I know it's hard. I know because I've been there. It's hard because you want to obsess over your twin. It's hard because you want to know everything your twin's doing. And by right, I mean your twin is beautiful. Your twin's your best friend, your soulmate. You've been through many lifetimes together. But if you're angry at your twin, there's inner work to do. If you're angry at your twin, you're angry at yourself. When you can let go of the hurt, the obsession, the depression, the anxiety of the outcome, and you look inward, and you start working on yourself, that's when the progress happens. And guess what? Not many people know this. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you meet your twin flame in this lifetime, reunion is guaranteed as long as you do the work. Reunion is guaranteed as long as you decide it's what you want to do. We all have free will. No, your twin does not have to take this journey. But I guarantee you, if you and your twin met the first time, e.g. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, how they dated and then they split, they will be back together again. Twin flames don't come together the first time if they're not going to be together in the end. So if that helps you with that anxiety and depression, good. So the faster you work on yourself, the faster you heal those wounds, the faster you and your twin will come back together. The Divine Feminine is using her intuition. A lot of Divine Feminines are probably going through spiritual awakenings right now. Those third eyes are opening. That third eye is opening. She has 20-20-20 vision. And Selena Gomez keeps coming up, of course, because Selena is a Divine Feminine, and she is a perfect example of a feminine doing the work. Just let go. She knows where Justin Bieber's heart lies. You know where your twin's heart lies. Your twin will always want you. Even when they're running, they want you. They do. What it is they're scared, which is why they're running. They're scared of true unconditional love because they have not healed inside. But at the end of the day, deep, deep down, at the bottom of that barrel, under all those traumas, wounds, abandonment issues, they want their twin. Their twin is the only one that, they think about, dream about. Even when the twin is running, they still want you. So a lot of twins, a lot of Divine Feminines right now are intuition. Those third eyes are opening up. They're giving it to God. Letting go of all those cups and just saying, hey, a lot of these Divine Feminines are working on their money down here. Working on their money. She's working on building herself up, building her credit, saving money, making sure that the thing about it too with twins is twins can't come back together until they're financially stable, they're emotionally stable, the karmic cycle has been broken. So right now, Justin is in the middle of a karmic cycle, e.g. Haley Baldwin. Once he's able to let go of that and start loving himself and doing the work, that's when reunion starts to happen. And lo and behold, look at what we've got. The Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. The Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. Right now, the Divine Feminine is planting the seed. Planting the seed. This is her twin. She's planting the seed and she's waiting for those ships to come in. She's cool, calm, and collected. You see that water back there? How just smooth it is? Yeah, there's a few waves, but not many. She's working on her power source. You see all that red? Beautiful card. And you're making great progress. When you go from 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands, you're on the right path and you're doing the right thing. So remember when I said, God will not bring your twin to you the first time and not have you guys unite? Guess what this is? This is the Twin Flame marriage card. This is the Twin Flame reuniting card. This is the Twin Flame union card. So when I said God doesn't bring you to your twin in this lifetime, the first time, if you're not meant to be together, that's exactly what I meant. So what I'm saying is, when twins first meet and separate, that's because that's when it's time to do the work. If you were not meant to be with your twin in this lifetime, you would have never met in the first place, is what I'm saying. Twins come together in the first place to ignite, to start that car, to start the journey, to get the work going. So stay steadfast, stay in your faith. Because when you're in, a vibration of fear and depression and anxiety, you're just pushing your twin away because you're not staying in your faith. Stay in your power. My power source is just throbbing. I can feel my solar plexus just talking. Stay in your power. Speaking of which, what twins don't know is God and the divine source, whatever you want to call it, sends us to planet Earth to shine our light, to raise vibrations. We are light workers. A lot of twins are really, really beautiful physically beautiful. Master manifestors are extremely gifted, whether it's singing, working with your hands, talent, athletes, artists. A lot of twins are artists. A lot of twins are very, very physically attractive, and there's a reason for that. It's because of our journey. God wants us to be able to reach other people as much as we can, which is why God makes us look a certain way. So when you have a really bright light, it may irritate people who don't. But guess what? You see this bubble right here? That's protection. That's divine protection. God is protecting you. See all these wands at the bottom poking, trying to? And this divine feminine is sitting in this bubble of protection, unbothered. You see how bright the inside of this bubble of protection is? You see her soul lit up. She's shining her light. E.g. Selena Gomez. There's drama right now, but guess what? She's not bothered. That light is on and she is shining. You see all these bullies down here trying to poke at Selena? What is she doing? She's staying in her faith. She's staying very high vibrational. She's spreading love, light, positivity. You have to remember, you get back what you put out. We are divine feminines. We are light workers. It is our job, our sole reason for being on this earth is to be an example for what love, light, and positivity is. So, divine feminines, remember to speak only kind words. Remember to be an example of what a true divine feminine is, because you are the prime example of beauty, of love, of compassion, and of kindness. Don't worry about all these people. You see how they're at the bottom trying to poke? They can't touch you. These aren't hands. These are wands. They're using anything and everything they can do to try to get to her. But God has lifted her up. God has lifted the divine feminine up and put her in a bubble of protection. So all these wands down here try to dull your shine and dull your light. You shine even brighter. You pray even harder. You lean into God even more. Nine of Pentacles. The divine feminine right now, the Nine of Pentacles represents the ultimate being single, abundant, and sexy card. This is sexy back card. You see, she's got all these pentacles up here that she's planted. You see, she's got her spirit guide. She's abundant. The divine feminine is abundant. You see she's wearing this white dress. She's pure. Her energy feels good. She looks good. She smells good. I'm proud. I'm so proud of the divine feminines right now. They're just doing the damn thing. And I think that this energy around Selena Gomez is really, really bringing other divine feminines up, raising vibrations. Grounded. You see all this green behind? You see all this greenery? That's Earth. And we have a lot of Earth signs out there. The divine feminine is deeply, deeply grounded right now. All right. Let's tap into this divine masculine's energy. The divine masculine story is a little different. We're going to start out with some regrets. Okay, so we all know females mature faster than males do. It's just a known fact. So the divine masculine, he's a little bit behind. A little behind. The divine masculine is in karmic cycles right now. He may be finishing out karmic cycles. He may be in the middle of karmic cycles, 757 on the clock, mirroring. He may have just started a karmic cycle. Karmic cycles are specifically relationships to teach you lessons, to teach you self-love. It's like going into the ring with your hands tied behind your back and your opponent just wailing on you. Wailing on you until you can't take anymore. That's what a karmic relationship is. It's to test you. It's to grow you. It's to break you down. It's to beat you down until you decide, I'm not taking this anymore. I deserve better. I'm not taking it anymore. I want to love myself. Some take longer than others. Mine took 4 years. But it happens. That's all part of self-love. And sometimes, to be honest, I almost died a few times. And that's just the truth. I mean, God was never going to let me die. But it got close. It got hairy there for a second. But sometimes that's what has to happen. A lot of these, whether it's divine feminine or divine masculine, I'm talking about the divine masculine right now, will develop crazy, crazy health issues. Skin breaking out, paralysis of the eye, mental breakdowns, demonic possession, going broke. I mean, the list goes on forever, but that's because lessons need to be learned. You need to learn how to love yourself, take care of yourself, put yourself first, heal. Instead of going out and partying and drinking and smoking, sit and talk to God and meditate. Write some poetry, write in a journal. Right now, the divine masculine has a ton of regrets. Right now, the divine masculine might be going through a dark night of the soul. Right now, the divine masculine might be dealing with abandonment issues. Especially at night. At night, I think the divine masculine, I know on my journey at nighttime when everything quiets down, that's when I tend to feel the most. So the divine masculine tends to struggle at night, maybe in their sleep. They dream about their divine feminine. Okay, that was weird. Sorry, there's something going on. Again, third-party situations. The divine masculines, most of them are in karmic cycles right now. Third-party situations, those hearts are being broken, those hearts are being abused, they're being beat up, they're being torn apart so for me, my heart had to be completely shredded and broken for me to build it back up from the inside out, for me loving on myself right now. Divine masculines are deeply, deeply in karmic cycles. Heartbroken, third-party situations. The divine masculines might be getting cheated on. The divine masculines might be doing the cheating. Divine masculines, they're learning their lessons. They're deep in that karma. They got to pay that karma back before they can move on. Tough. But it has to be done. You can't hide from the dark and want the light always. You have to move through the dark in order to get to the light. So, some divine, and it's funny that these came in this order. Heartbreak, and then moving on. So, first it was regret, heartbreak, moving on. This means walking away from things that no longer serve you. So a lot of divine masculines have done the work. or they're doing the work. And you see this little bowl of light here? They're walking away because they know there's better out there over the horizon. They know that their twin is waiting for them. Self-love is waiting for them. The divine is waiting for them. Source is waiting for them. All of the things. In the song by Justin Bieber, Peaches just came into my head. I get my light right from the source, yeah? We're all light workers. We're all here to shine light. We are all twins. We all incarnated from the same place. We are all soul sisters and soul brothers. We are all royalty. God loved us so much. He made two. So a lot of these divine masculines are walking away right now. Water is very cleansing. I see this is at the beach. A lot of the masculines may be hanging around water right now. Water is very cleansing. It cleanses the aura. If you have questions, it brings answers. So if the divine masculine or divine feminine is hurting or you're lost, go to the beach and just listen to the waves. Listen to your intuition. And I just noticed this little cup right here. It's full of water and it's sinking. So a lot of these karmic relationships are sinking. A lot of these karmic relationships are done. And this bowl here is on the water. At some point that fire is going to burn out. It's going to sink. So a lot of these karmic fires are now being extinguished. So this is a card of being left out in the cold. You see, this person has the key to that door where all these pentacles are waiting. There's a key here. All they have to do is get up and get it. But it's not time yet. It's time to sit. It's time to heal, reminisce, go within, heal wounds, realizations, actualizations, epiphanies. They may be feeling left out by their divine feminine. Maybe that divine feminine has taken the key to her heart and is holding on to it herself because she's not ready for the divine masculine to come back because there's more work to do. And what happens is the divine masculine or the divine feminine, depending. My divine masculine actually was the one who set the bar. He had his spiritual awakenings first, did the self-love first. I was the toxic one, which is why I had to leave and go do the work. But he refused to talk to me and communicate with me until I became a picture of self-love, until I became healthy. He wasn't going to do the toxic thing. A lot of these divine feminines out there are sitting in self-love, are sitting in self-worth, are sitting with God. And so if the divine masculine or the divine feminine is not, sometimes you have to have boundaries. My divine masculine had the man can hold a boundary like no one I've ever seen. I mean, damn. Like, the boundaries were just insane. But now that he sees I'm doing the work, anyways, we're not going there. What I'm saying is, boundaries are set. The key has been taken because the divine masculine has work to do. He may be sitting in sadness, crying a lot, sitting alone in hermit mode. Gotta do the work, guys. The divine masculine may also be working a lot, trying to stack that money, trying to save those pennies and those pentacles, because when you see their infinity sign back there, that divine masculine may be trying to figure out sources of income that don't stop, streams of income, opening their small businesses. A lot of light workers and twins become entrepreneurs because we are so naturally gifted that we don't have to punch a clock. A lot of them, have their own businesses, whether they're yoga instructors, they do eyelashes, they do hair extensions, or they're hairdressers, or they're nail dressers. Like light workers and people who are on the spiritual path tend to be entrepreneurs because they're very gifted. So the divine masculine may be pondering, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to school to make more money? Am I going to open a small business? Am I going to be a CEO, CFO? Like, am I going to get another job? Because twins can't come back together unless there's financial stability. God wants us to set ourselves up so we can stay together. So, that has a lot to do with the journey too, is being able to make sure that you're stable. The collective energy. Divine masculine and divine feminine. Let's start with, actually this wasn't the card that came out first. This card talks about anxiety, late nights, worry, stress, depression, dark nights of the soul. There's a lot of twins out here who, and this may be divine masculine mainly, or divine feminine, but I'm getting masculine energy, who are sitting in a state of anxiety and depression and worry. They're worried that they may not come back together with their twin. They're worried that they may not be able to afford union with their twin. They're worried that they're going to be stuck in a karmic situation forever, marriage, whatever. Or that they have children and that their children, won't accept the twin, or that some of these twins are married with children and they don't know how they're going to figure it out. They don't know what to do. There's a lot of worry out there. So you see, all of these. That's God. That's the divine here to tell you. Hold on to your faith. There's no need. And there's a bed right here. So a lot of this may be at night. These twins are sitting up at night crying. Crying for each other, having nightmares, missing each other, worried. Again, another card of worry. The nice thing though is the Nine of Swords came out and then the Eight of Swords came out. So that means we're making progress. To go from 9 to 8 means you're making progress. A lot of times people want to see 1, 2, 3, 4. If they're positive cards and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, you're making progress. But if it's cards of like anxiety and nervousness and it's going backwards, you're making progress. You want less and less negative cards and more positive cards. So a lot of twins may be feeling trapped. You see how this person's bound, eyes are covered. They have a handkerchief around their arms. They feel trapped. One twin may be single, the other one may be in a marriage. One may be single, the other one may have children and be married. One may be single, the other one may not even know that they're a twin and they're in a relationship with a karmic and they're taking 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years. Like, this is a card being trapped, but again, you have to remain positive. A lot of these twins are mirroring each other. There's some sneakiness happening. This is a card of manipulation, sneakiness. So a lot of twins out there have karmic contracts, whether it's work contracts, relationship. A lot of people who are lower vibrational will try to keep twins apart so they can't help raise vibrations. That only works for so long because God sees and controls everything. So a lot of this is sneaky behavior, whether it's family members, co-workers, friends telling you, oh, don't wait for your twin, move on. Becky up the street is cute, go call her. Or, unconditional love isn't real. What are you even thinking about? What are you talking about? Let's go to the bar and get drunk and hook up. Or, instead of working on yourself and going to yoga class, take an extra shift and, work yourself into, depression. This is outside, excuse me, sorry, that wasn't cute. This is outside, what is the word I can say if it's not coming, people manipulating. These are outside things that have nothing to do with your relationship, trying to manipulate, control, confuse. Like that video I was talking about earlier about this lady who clearly had been deeply hurt by a narcissist. And instead of doing the healing, she decided to become a doctor and bash narcissists for a living. Which, if that's her journey, that's fine. But twins, and those who are on the spiritual journey, you have to be careful what tarot readings you are watching. People who are on the spiritual journey and twins are master manifestors. You can actually manifest negative things in your life by watching negative tarot readings. Which is why I don't even watch. There's like 2 people. I don't watch tarot readings because I don't need to know every answer to everything. But I get it. When you're on the twin flame journey, there was times where I'd be up till like 4 in the morning watching Twinflame everything because I just wanted to educate myself, and then I also felt less alone. Because I know that the spiritual journey and the Twinflame journey can be very alone. It can be very lonely sometimes. Sometimes you just need an answer or a ray of hope. You know what I mean? Or just to feel like you're not going crazy. Because sometimes you can very much feel like you're going crazy. So sometimes you just want a little guidance. But be careful. Be careful of who you're telling your business to. Be careful of who you're confiding in. Be careful of what you're watching. Tower moments. I think that Justin Bieber's going through a tower moment. I think that a lot of twins are going through a tower moment. What tower moments means, it's not necessarily things that you want to happen, but things that need to happen in order to open your eyes, open your heart, to wake you up. E.g., if a twin is in a karmic relationship and that karmic partner is cheating on them, a lot of times divine intervention, meaning the source or God, will intervene to wake you up. Whether that's you accidentally walking in on your karmic partner in bed with someone else, or you happen to stumble across your karmic partner's Instagram and they have, messages in their DM, or whatever the case is. Tower moments are a moment where God sits you down and wakes you the hell up. It needs to happen. It has to happen so patterns can change, so toxic ways can change, so things can change and get better and we can grow. So a lot of twins, a lot of divine masculines, a lot of divine feminines are going through karmic endings, karmic beginnings, and tower moments right now. Collaboration. Coming together. This is the Three of Cups. This means, and you see how they're looking up here at the stars? These are soul sisters, soul brothers. When you're on the spiritual path, when you're a twin, you're going to meet other twins. I've met so many twins who have helped light my way, who have helped me through hard times. That's the thing, is when you're on this journey, God will have you run into other people who are on similar journeys, other light workers, other twins, to help guide you along your path, to help wake you up, to help teach you, to help you heal. You help them, they help you. There are so many soulmates that I've met along this journey, and I'm still meeting, that I'm so grateful for, who've helped me when I felt like I couldn't talk to other people. People who aren't on the spiritual path don't understand. When you're coming to someone because you're going through a spiritual awakening and you try to talk to them about it, and they're in the club every weekend, or they're just on the spiritual path, or they don't believe, you can't talk to them about anything. So God a lot of the times will bring people who are also on the spiritual path into your life to help guide you, and you help guide them. I've had so many people, well, not so many, but I've had a handful of people who've helped me along this path. People who are already woke, people who are soulmates, people who are soul sisters, soul tribe, soul family. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be. So just know, God is with you every step of the way. Okay? Every step of the way. You have to lean into your faith. Lean into your faith and just trust. Keep that vibration high. Eat good foods, exercise, talk to God, pray. Even if it's just laying in your bed and turning on meditation music. Nothing wrong with that. Even if it's just going for a walk around the block. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to go out and get a ton of spiritual tattoos. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of merch. You can just do the little things. Journaling is great for healing. All of the things. YouTube has been such a lifesaver and such a source for me. The internet, just Googling and asking questions like, what can I do to better myself so I can be who I need to be for not only myself, but for God and my twin. Rest. You see how she's resting here? She's laying down her heart. She's just resting. Sometimes doing nothing is an act of self-love. Sometimes literally taking a bath is an act of self-love. Sometimes staying in instead of going out is an act of self-love. Sometimes taking yourself shopping. If you have the means, buy a new pair of shoes, get your nails done, get your hair done, get your lashes done, whatever makes you feel good. You know, go hang out with the boys and do something healthy, bowl, batting cages, or even just laying in and saying, you know, fellas, tonight I'm going to lay in and I'm going to read a book. Or, you know, my girls tonight, I'm just going to lay in, I'm going to do my nails. That is an act of self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love another? If you're not healthy yourself, how can you be a healthy mirror to your twin? Any more messages, Spirit? Any more messages, Spirit? You have to have healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries, whether it's with family members who are toxic, whether it's with coworkers who are toxic, whether it's with friends who are toxic. Healthy boundaries. All right. Let's see, Spirit, any more messages, Spirit? Heard guidance. Let's all guide each other. Follow your intuition. Listen to that little voice that tells you that's probably not a good idea, or, you know, I just got out of a relationship, I'm not ready to date. And as I said that, hermit mode came out. As I said, I just got a relationship, I'm not ready to date. Hermit mode came out. If you know that there's work to be done, and if you know that you're not ready to date, hermit mode. This is the card of being alone, of going inward, of sitting with God, of praying. I talk to God all the time. I tell God what I'm feeling, how I feel. When I'm lost, I ask my spirit guides for guidance. You know, like, I'm tired today. God, like, help me. Or I feel like I'm not making any progress. Like, I'm doing my yoga, I'm doing my meditation, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I don't see any progress. God, help me. There have been times where I just felt like I couldn't even get up. This journey's not easy. It's going to test you, and then test you again, and then test you some more, and then test you one more time, and then test you again. That's when God wants to spend time with you. Sometimes God will take friends out of your life. Sometimes God will take jobs from you. Sometimes God will take money from you, because God wants you to sit down, to sit. God takes distractions because he wants your heart, your ear, your mind. God just wants your time. God loves you. The divine loves you. Source. I say God because it's, you know, but it's source. Do the work. Spend time with God. 818 on the clock. Lots of mirroring happening. Oh, okay. The King of Cups came out. That's like the third time the King of Cups has tried to come out, I tell you. King of Cups just keeps showing up. And the King of Cups is love. Now, just because it's the King of Cups doesn't necessarily mean that it's male energy. Roles can be reversed. Energies can be fluid. This, you see this cup? They've got, the crown chakra's lit. Kings, queens. Balanced energy. Fire and water, balanced energy. You see that necklace down there on their power source? They're in their power. Sitting still in the waters. A lot of times water will bring messages. It'll clear all the clutter around you and bring in clear, concise messages. He's wearing his crown. He's very in touch with God, very connected to God. Cups is giving. Cups means someone who's very giving, someone who's very kind, someone who's very grounded, positive, a light worker. And that's probably that twin out there on the way in. But he's patient. He's patient. He's sitting. He's not in a state of anxiety. He's patient. He's just waiting. Just waiting. Beautiful card. Any more messages, Spirit? Any more messages for the collective twin flames out there? Their timing. Everything happens in divine timing. You can't rush a damn thing when it comes to this twin flame journey, believe me. I've tried. The more you try to rush it, slower God's gonna just be like, no. Can't rush it. It happens when it's supposed to happen. It happens when the moment is right, when the time is right. It will happen. It's what you do when you don't see progress. It's what you do in the meantime that matters. Speaking of which, These are like, I couldn't have picked two more appropriate cards. These are the last two I'm going to take. This Queen of Pentacles. You see how relaxed she is? Self-love. She's growing. She's grounded. See the tree around her? She's just sitting there on her throne. I'm cool. I've got faith. I'm connected to God. I've got my spirit guides, Archangel Michael. Anytime I feel lost, I talk to Archangel Michael. I got money in the bank. I know how to save. My credit score is good. I spend time outside with God. I have balance. I'm not in the club every night drinking. I'm not partying. I'm not drugging. I'm not sleeping around. I'm taking care of myself. I'm loving myself. I'm sitting on my throne. A queen right there. And just as I said, it's what you do in the meantime. She's loving on herself. This is a card of self-love because this journey, you can't rush it. This is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck. This is a card of a long journey. You see how he's leisurely walking across the grass? This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. His horse behind him, he's just trotting. He's not running, he's just trotting. Because anything that happens in haste does not last. I don't want a man who's going to be in and out, comes and goes. When he feels good, he calls me. When he feels low, I don't hear from him. I don't want a man rushing me into anything, not into bed, not into marriage, not into a relationship, not into commitment. This journey is a long, slow, molasses type journey because it's going to last a lifetime. It's lasted hundreds of lifetimes before. It's going to last. That's why God says, take your time. Anything that is real takes time. Anything that's worth having takes time and work and patience. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love doesn't rush. Bulls rush in. So, if you guys ever feel, ladies, gentlemen, if you ever feel like you need a boost, if you ever feel like you need just a little guidance or a pick-me-up, if you're down, if you're low, if you're exhausted, because this journey is exhausting. Ooh, it's exhausting. If you ever feel like you're unmotivated, and there's some days that you're going to be unmotivated and you're going to lay in bed all day. That's okay. But I can suggest, if you want to thoroughly and truly hear a Twinflame album that'll help you better understand the unconditional love the Divine Masculine has for his Divine Feminine, listen to Justin Bieber's album, Justice. There's probably like 2 songs on there that are not for Selena. They're all for Selena. And just, I couldn't have picked a better set of songs. When I tell you Justin Bieber is an artist, a magician, a lyrical genius. Again, I'm on the Twinflame journey. So when I listen to the Justice album, it makes me feel all types of ways. I mean, I'm crying, I'm laughing, I'm, ha, he, sobbing. And then my heart just, it makes me respect my twins so much more. Because every twin out there, every Divine Masculine, if you listen to the Justice album, that's how they feel about their Divine Feminine. They just got to get through the stuff. They just got to get through the hard times. And a lot of times Divine Masculines won't talk to the Divine Feminine, or they run because they're intimidated by her beauty, by her energy, by her sexiness, by her smarts. They're intimidated. They don't feel like they're good enough, so they run. Little do they know, God has sent them to this earth equipped with everything their Divine Feminine needs, and vice versa. The Divine Feminine has everything the Divine Masculine needs. The Divine Masculine has everything the Divine Feminine needs naturally, because they are one soul in 2 bodies. You can't fake it, you can't manipulate it, you can't replicate it. It's just a matter of coming into your power and finding yourself. Once you find yourself and love yourself, you'll find your twin. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Namaste.